One of humanity's greatest dreams was to venture into the depths of space. For centuries we looked at the sky, imagined the stars, and finally took that great step. When we set foot on the moon in 1969, it wasn't just a small step, but a giant leap for all mankind. But now, we face an even greater challenge: living in space. Imagine. When you wake up in the morning and look out the window, you see Earth. While eating breakfast, Mars's red surface winks at you. And when you want to exercise, this is where the real adventure begins. How will sports be in a world without gravity? While your basketball soars forever, your volleyball serve embarks on an intergalactic journey, and your football match turns into a three-dimensional dance. Here's a magnificent glimpse from the future world of sports. Right now, 400 kilometers above Earth, astronauts on the International Space Station are facing an extraordinary challenge. Each must exercise for a minimum of 2 hours daily. This isn't a luxury, it's a basic requirement for survival. In a zero-gravity environment, the human body undergoes incredible changes. Our muscles and bones, programmed through millions of years of evolution for gravity, are trying to adapt to this new environment. According to NASA's latest research, each month spent in space dramatically changes our body. Our muscle mass, losses of up to 20% in 1 month. Our bone density decreases 1.5% each month. Our heart, it begins to work differently in zero gravity, shrinking in size. This is one of the biggest challenges faced by astronauts on the space station. Dr. Sarah Thompson from NASA's Space Health Division explains, in a zero-gravity environment, our body essentially rebels. While even daily activities count as exercise on Earth, in space we need special equipment for the simplest movements. This is precisely where future sports technologies come into play. Scientists, engineers, and sports experts had to develop a completely new understanding of sports for people living in space, and the result goes far beyond our imagination. Transition effect. It's 2045. We're opening the Armstrong Sports Complex at our first permanent settlement on Mars. Under enormous domes stretch zero-gravity sports fields. Each will host sports never before seen in human history. Our first stop, Zero-G Volleyball Arena. Combining all the excitement of classic volleyball with the infinity of space, this sport has already become the colony's most popular activity. In a spherical arena, athletes moving with specially designed jetpacks present an amazing show with magnetically controlled special balls. Imagine, your service defies the laws of classical physics. Your spike travels in a three-dimensional trajectory. Every direction is up, every direction is down. Players must develop not just horizontal but vertical strategies. This means rewriting all the rules of volleyball as we know it. Transition effect. Now, let us introduce you to one of space's most impressive sports facilities, the Infinity Pool Complex. This complex, where you can swim in a specially designed fluid within enormous transparent spheres, pushes the boundaries of classical swimming. This special fluid was developed through collaboration between NASA and SpaceX. It's a composite with adjustable viscosity, completely harmless to the human body, and enriched with oxygen molecules. Instead of traditional swimsuits, swimmers wear specially designed space swimming uniforms. These uniforms balance body temperature while monitoring all vital functions in real time. Forget your swimming styles. No more butterfly, backstroke, or breaststroke. There are completely new techniques now. Spiral diving, spherical sprint, and vortex turn are just a few, each shaped by the freedom offered by the zero-gravity environment. Transition effect. And now, prepare for the biggest revolution in sports history, three-dimensional space football. Played in a spherical stadium in zero gravity, this game combines all the excitement of classic football with the infinity of space. The stadium is shaped like a giant sphere. There are 6 goals, each in a different direction. Players move with specially designed space football boots. These boots are equipped with micro-thrust systems and AI-supported balance control. Imagine a midfielder dribbling the ball, moving not just forward and backward, but up and down as well. When you take a shot, the ball might travel in a spiral orbit. Classic football tactics don't work here. Teams must develop completely new strategies. Scientists worked for years to make all these exciting sports safe. Behold, the space sports technologies of the future. Every athlete uses a specially designed biometric tracking unit. This unit isn't just clothing, it's essentially a life support system. Fabrics produced with nanotechnology perfectly regulate body temperature. Built-in sensors continuously monitor all vital functions, from heartbeat to brain waves. AI-supported safety systems detect and prevent potential risks before they occur. For example, when an athlete's oxygen level starts to drop, the system automatically intervenes and takes necessary action. By 2050, space sports will become not just an activity but a bridge between cultures. Tournaments will be organized across all space colonies, from Earth to Mars, from the Moon to Europa. Imagine the first interplanetary Olympics. A marathon on Mars, a basketball tournament on the Moon, ice sports on Europa. Each colony will have its own team, its own style. Perhaps space sports will become the strongest bond uniting humanity. Dr. James Chen from the International Space Sports Federation says, "Space sports are not just physical activity, but also a magnificent indicator of human adaptation and creativity. In the future, gravity-bound sports will remain nostalgic activities for our children." As humanity advances into the depths of space, sports evolve with us. Perhaps very soon our grandchildren will ask us, "How did you do sports on Earth?" And we'll tell them how gravity limited our sports. In the infinite void of space, sports are no longer just competition but an adventure pushing the boundaries of humanity. And this adventure continues to gain new dimensions every day. What about you? Which space sport would you like to try? Perhaps the sport you're imagining right now will become the most popular Olympic discipline of the future. Because in space, there's no limit to our imagination. As humanity advances into the depths of space, sports evolve with us. Perhaps very soon our grandchildren will ask us, "How did you do sports on Earth?" And we'll tell them how gravity limited our sports. In the infinite void of space, sports are no longer just competition but an adventure pushing the boundaries of humanity. And this adventure continues to gain new dimensions every day. What about you? Which space sport would you like to try? Perhaps the sport you're imagining right now will become the most popular Olympic discipline of the future. Because in space, there's no limit to our imagination.